The Highway 12 diner sat beneath a flickering neon sign at the edge of Ashford, a small American town where everyone minded their own business a little too well. It was the kind of place where truckers stopped for coffee, teenagers loitered for fries, and the same dusty jukebox played the same old rock songs every night. And behind the counter, working the evening shift like she always did, was Lena Collins, the 17-year-old girl with a soft voice, tired eyes, and a smile she only wore because the job required it. She wasn't shy by nature. Life had simply taught her to stay small to stay safe. Her father, Master Sergeant Daniel Collins, had retired from the Army 2 years earlier. He carried the quiet weight of a man who had seen the world at its worst and came home to build a safer one for his daughter. Discipline, respect, and restraint. Those were the pillars of their home. But restraint has limits. That night would prove it. It was a rainy Tuesday when trouble entered the diner. 3 boys, Colt Harris, Ryder Knox, and Mason Blake, swaggered inside, soaking wet and full of the kind of arrogance only boys with too much time and too little supervision could carry. Colt led the pack, tall, sharp-jawed, and always smirking like the world owed him something. His father was wealthy but absent, a mix that created the exact kind of cruelty he enjoyed spreading around town. Lena approached with her usual politeness. "What can I get you?" she asked. Colt ignored the menu. He stared at her, too long, too boldly. "Start with a smile, then we'll order." His friend snickered. Lena didn't smile. She just wrote the order. That was strike 1. They spilled a milkshake on purpose and laughed while she bent down to clean it. They snapped their fingers at her like she was a dog. They sent their food back 3 times, not because anything was wrong, but because hurting her made them feel powerful. The other customers noticed. No one intervened. Ashford was a town of bystanders. Lena kept breathing slowly, remembering what her dad always taught her. You don't fight every battle. You survive the ones that matter. She tried to walk away, but Colt wasn't done. As she wiped a counter, Colt walked up behind her. "You know, sweetheart, if you hate your job, you could always—" She stepped away, uncomfortable. That was enough to ignite his fragile ego. His fist cracked across her cheek, sharp, sudden, echoing off the metal napkin holders and the silent gasps of everyone inside. Lena didn't fall. She gripped the counter, steadying her breath, steadying her world. The manager rushed over, not to defend her, but to avoid a scene. "Boys, calm down, please. We don't need trouble." Colt smirked like he'd won something. Lena clocked out without a word, slipping into the wet night, her cheek burning, her dignity bruised deeper than her skin. Daniel Collins was sanding a wooden chair on the porch when he saw her walking up the driveway. One look at her face, and his spine straightened like steel under heat. "Lena," he said softly, "look at me." She tried to brush past him. "It's nothing. I just want to sleep." But Daniel was trained to read wounds, on bodies and on hearts. His voice lowered into that calm before the storm tone she had only heard twice in her life. "Who did this?" Her silence gave him the answer he needed. The boys thought their night was over. They bragged outside the diner, unaware of the truck pulling into the parking lot at a deliberate, frighteningly steady speed. Daniel stepped out, rain dripping off his jacket, eyes locked on Colt like a marksman finding his target. "You hit my daughter," he said. Not loud, not angry, just final. The boys froze. Even Colt's false confidence cracked. Daniel didn't throw a punch. He didn't need to. He walked straight into the diner, straight to the manager. "My daughter is done here, and you're going to explain to the police why you watched a minor get assaulted." The manager's face drained white. Then Daniel turned to the boys. "Colt Harris, Ryder Knox, Mason Blake." He said each name like a warning carved into stone. "You're going to answer for what you did, not to me, to the law, and to your parents." And everyone's shock, one by one, the boys lowered their heads. Because Daniel Collins wasn't just a father. He was the line they never expected to cross. That night didn't end with revenge. It ended with accountability. With a father standing tall. With a girl finally realizing she was never invisible. Not to the man who raised her, not to the justice she deserved. Lena didn't break that night, but the silence around her did. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe.